guys, it's Carlos and Antonio here, Ultimate Fitness Training, Jet Fitness once again. And today we're doing fat burning, as you guys can see. Antonio's trying to obviously keep up with me, as always. Yes. So basically we're doing today a video about some of the questions that Antonio's got from me. So as we always do, we do these videos organic. So what I mean by that is, I do not know what Antonio's going to ask me, so he's basically on the spot. So hopefully I'll be able to answer them to the best of my ability. So over to Antonio.
Alright, so how can we prevent injuries?
Okay, how can we prevent injuries? Now, one of the biggest things about preventing injuries is about knowing your body and knowing basically what your body is capable of doing. I.e., for instance, say, if you haven't trained for say 3 or 4 years, your body is very disconditioned. Okay, what I mean by that is your body hasn't basically done anything. So going under a bar with 6 plates on each side is not the cleverest thing to do. However, some people do try to do that, is because ego kicks in. So I wouldn't advise someone to do that. So how to prevent injury is, first and foremost, know your body. Okay. Secondly, make sure you get a program that is relevant to you and your goals. Okay. Number 3 is make sure that you do a correct warm-up. That's a very important one. And make sure that warm-up corresponds to the particular exercises you're gonna do. Because a lot of people do warm-up for something completely different to what they're gonna do. I.e., say if you're a footballer and you're gonna say, for instance, obviously train, you're not going to be able to, you shouldn't be doing, say, warming up your biceps, because obviously you're going to perform. There's no particular exercise you do on a football field that you're going to be doing, you're going to be working your biceps, right, specifically. So obviously make sure your warm up really much so coincides to the training you're going to do. I.e., if you're obviously going to do biceps, make sure you warm up those areas. There's no point you start jumping up and down when you're going to basically trying to build your biceps, vice versa. So that's the good thing as well. Also make sure you are able to perform the exercises correctly. That's one of the things a lot of people get injured, because they do not know how to perform the exercises correctly. And although we live in the information age, there's YouTube, there's Facebooks, there's obviously the internet, everyone, obviously Instagram, you name it, Twitter, all sorts of things, and there's information galore. However, still, we very much so sometimes behind the correct way of training. Okay, you don't need to be an athlete, but there is some sort of safety in order to perform the exercises correctly, in order for you to get the right results. The other thing that is very, very important as well, warming down as well. So warm up and warming down is very important in order to prevent those injuries as well as your diet. So having a very poor diet and trying to perform in the gym can cause a lot of injuries as well. But that's obviously for another video. I can do a specific video about how to prevent injuries as well. Cool, I hope that answers.
What do you mean by movement quality?
Okay, movement quality. Now that can be interpreted very many different ways. Movement quality. So the movement quality for a 70-year-old is very different to the movement quality of a 18 to 20 years of age person. So what I mean by that is, someone that is 70 years of age, movement quality might be quite restricted. So the ability to perform exercises, i.e. bending down, lifting, squatting, twisting, reaching, can be sometimes a very hard thing to do. So the movement quality is measured basically on your age group in relation to the activity you're doing. So it's measured to the way how you travel back and forth, are you traveling side to side, and are you twisting. So basically it's the 3 planes of motion that a human being should travel, which is front plane, sagittal plane, and transverse plane. Now this sort of move quality can be interpreted very many different ways, as I just said, but the basic way how we interpret in terms of fitness is how one basically moves within the ability of their functionality. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, it does. My next question is, how long should be the rest between workouts, like if I train chest today,
Yeah.
how long should be the rest period until my next chest workout?
Okay, the rest periods, or you mean rest days?
No, rest periods, like how long it takes for my muscle to recover.
Okay. Now, that's a great question. It varies from person to person. One, depends obviously on their training. Two, depends on their diet. Three, depends on the substances they're taking. Someone obviously that takes anabolic substances will probably be able to do 2 workouts to 3 workouts on a specific muscle a week. However, someone that probably is not taking certain substances and also a really good diet may find doing 1 muscle group twice a week very taxing. So my best advice for you is, and this is one thing I kind of use as a rule for me, however I measured a lot of different ways and I've tried to do very different things all along my career. What I find is works out for me very well is to basically work 1 muscle group a week once when I'm on off season. If I'm competing or doing photo shoot, I will work that muscle group twice a week. However, say for instance, if I do chest on a Monday, I'll basically do chest then again on probably Thursday or Friday. So I give a good, say, 4 to 5 days gap. So it gives basically my muscles a chance to recover. Now, that really very much so, sort of, if you like, applies to a lot of people. However, you may find, depending on person to person, someone that is an ectomorph, natural slim sort of built, if you have a really heavy session, doing chest on a Monday and then maybe do chest on a Wednesday wouldn't be a very clever thing to do, because you want to recover, you haven't recovered, sorry, and basically your muscles still screaming for rest. So in order to obviously develop, because remember, you're growing when you're resting, you're not growing when you're training, you're stimulating your muscle fibers, you're staying anabolic when you're training, and that is the main thing really in order to develop.
How can we tell if our muscles are ready to train again?
How can we tell if the muscles are ready for training again? Obviously, one of the biggest things obviously is feeling. Okay, for instance, let's say if you train your chest, as an example, we keep referring to chest because we started talking about chest. Say for instance, if you work your chest on a Monday, maybe it's Tuesday, Wednesday, you became quite sore. No, it tends to happen, soreness tends to happen. Next day, after 48 hours, you still feel even more sore. And I'll say within 2 days, you should feel some sort of soreness. Obviously, if your chest is already still sore on a Wednesday and Thursday, you're not ready. So when you obviously, if it's in recovery, you find that the pain's not there anymore. So obviously then it's a bit of it's your body telling you you may be able to do something. But one of the biggest things I would say for instance, if you've done a really heavy session on Monday, perhaps do a lighter session on the next day, if that's in the same week. Okay, that really is a good advice. However, don't take me wrong. I want to say this, there's probably many guys out there I'll probably do 3-4 days chest a week and they probably develop very quickly. That's worse for them. But however, if you actually look at the specific ways and the science behind it, it's not a really clever thing to do.
That was it for today.
Cool, so we are another video for us, guys. Obviously we are here to help us and help you guys become your greatest versions. These videos are very much so to help you guys to do that. Obviously keep sending us that requests. We're growing organically and we're trying to help you guys get to the best of your ability and our ability too. So with all that said, guys, make sure you, if you can, try and check out our Instagram, which is Carlos Trainer 10. Check out our before and after pictures. Make sure if you've got any questions, please answer. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. And also check out our YouTube channel, which is Carlos Trainer. So with all that said, guys, while we smash another half an hour of cardio, fat burning, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit, take care. Bye-bye.